it's Teresa with restickson.com. I know it's the end of the summer, but I can't bear to let it go until I show you one last project and then take you on a little tour of this space that I've finished out here. Our backyard is so big and it's got so many spaces to transform that it's going to be a long process, but I feel like this little spot is done enough for me to take you on a tour. But first, let me show you this last project. So I love the look of hanging baskets. I love the dimension that it brings to a space and how it incorporates your beautiful plants into right where you live. But I am very cheap, as I think I've established on this channel. And hanging baskets can be a little expensive. They can be over $20 just to start, and then they can go up from there. So I couldn't bear to spend that much money when I needed so many of them. I wanted them to line the front porch as well as have some out here. So I went to my favorite shopping spot, the dollar store, and figured I could come up with a way to make it for cheap. And boy, did I ever. I think this project, not counting the plant, costs $1.50. and then you just have to pay for plant and dirt. So it really could not get any cheaper, but I still love how it turned out. So at the dollar store, I found these little plastic baskets that had these handles. So the handles are crucial, and $1. So I bought, I don't know, 6 of them. And then the first thing I did before I put my plant in here is I drilled a hole in the bottom, and I just used a paddle bit and my regular drill, and it drilled right through the plastic. It's super easy. You don't need anything special for it. And that, it just provides a drainage hole so that if it gets too wet, it won't rot the roots. There's some place for all that extra water to go. And so then I just planted my plant. This is star jasmine, or sometimes it's called Confederate jasmine, and I chose this in part because it smells incredible. It does really well in this climate, and it's a perennial. So even though I planted it late in the summer, it's going to go all year round, so I don't have to worry about missing out on its life cycle. It'll be just fine going into the fall and the winter. And so depending on where you live, make sure you investigate that and choose your plants for your baskets accordingly. So planted that, and then all you have to do, you guys are not going to believe how simple this is. Okay, I've got 2 pieces of rope here. I also got this at the dollar store, and I cut them. They're like maybe just about 6 feet. 2 lengths of rope, 6 feet long. And then on one end, I just tied it into a knot, okay? So then with the other end, before you tie this into a knot, you're gonna feed it through the handles of your basket. So start from the inside and go to the outside, and then you'll come around underneath, trying to do this without hurting my plant, and then back from the outside to the inside. Okay, like that. And now you're going to want to take these 2 other ropes and tie them into a knot. Just tie them around your fingers, pull them through, pull it tight, and then cut off any extra if you need to. And this is really it. Your hanging basket is done. So you're just going to want to adjust the rope so that they're hanging from the same level. So kind of pull that through. And then on the bottom, just to make it extra secure, you're going to want to cross these ropes over. So it provides a little bit more of a stable base for your plant. And so once you cross them, you'll just have to kind of take that twist and just turn the rope around so that it stays. And that's it, your hanging basket is done. To hang these baskets, I just used a couple of hooks from this beam and hung the knot right onto that hook to secure it. And that's it, my hanging baskets are done. I love that I get to bring in this bright, bold pop of color so that if in your area plants won't last through the winter, you'll still have this bright punch of color to make up for that until the spring comes. So if you've been watching my videos, then you'll recognize a lot of these projects. On the other side, underneath my hanging baskets, you saw the plant stand. And then here in this little outdoor living room, I've got my side table. This great little cart I found at my local thrift store, and I just decided, as soon as I saw it, I thought, well, that's what every outdoor living room is missing, is a little drink cart. So out here, I found this great little beverage dispenser and this little bucket that's great for ice and drinks, and I can keep that out here ready at a moment's notice for a party. I got both of these at Target and just scouted clearance sales. And then down below, I've got all of our outdoor dishes, because the last thing I need in my kitchen is something else to try to find a place to store. So this works out perfect. I can have my plastic cups, my plastic plates. I've got forks down there and another little pitcher. It can all be out here, and it looks beautiful, as well as it's just practical because I don't want to take my good dishes outside and I don't want to store my summer dishes inside. So this is a perfect meeting. My outdoor couch you've seen, and I got a new cover, a slip cover for the bottom cushion, but the kind of couch that I had really didn't have a back cushion, so I did that myself. Ugh, I was pretty proud of this. Basically all I did was go to my fabric store and buy about 2 yards of outdoor fabric, and I sewed it into a giant square. And to stuff it, I had a bunch of old pillows that had kind of lost their fluff. They weren't really good for sleeping on anymore, but by ripping them apart and pulling the stuffing apart, you can kind of refluff them, and I stuffed it all into here, so it was just recycling what I already had and saved myself a bunch of money. And then just to give it a little bit of shape, I covered a few buttons and sewed those on through the middle. So that makes it more than just a giant blob, but it's still so cozy and comfortable and squishy that it's wonderful to sit on out here. So this is just one small section of this yard, but I am so loving having this little oasis to come to, and just being surrounded by beautiful things and growing things. I find it so restorative. So thanks for watching. Happy summer, and please subscribe to the channel because I've got a lot more up my sleeve for fall, and Christmas is just around the corner. You guys are gonna die when you see what I have planned there. So subscribe to the channel so you can keep up with all of my big ideas, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.